Welcome back. You're here with Christian. Lucky's over there, and we are 24 hours or so away from the beginning of the Sunday football season. And it's shaping up. Things are pretty easy right now as far as who's going to be playing and who's not going to be playing. Um, there are still a couple dudes out there with Q tags, which will have at least some impact on somebody's role on somebody's team. Now, if you haven't heard yet, Traquan Smith, he's out. So if you're playing in the all day or the afternoon or whatever, uh, I don't know, man. New Orleans seems like a team in serious regression. It looks like they're tearing down. I don't know. Things don't seem to be going their way. They're going to be playing in Jacksonville, I guess, against the Packers. So, quote unquote, home game. We remember around something like that happened last time. Katrina. But they wound up winning that game. They beat the Panthers. And they were 7-point dogs that day. Wound up winning. But I don't know. Scary team, but going to be not getting too much attention in that game, to be quite honest with you. There were Curtis Samuels. He's out. He's going to be out for a couple of weeks. Probably an uptick for Logan Thomas at tight end. So if you were thinking about playing Logan Thomas this week, that might be an even better idea right now. And I guess Terry McLaurin gets a bump up from that as well. Kind of like Terry. He should get some pretty good volume. Fitzpatrick makes receivers look better. Yeah. It's if you're leaning towards that direction, or find yourself stuck in that kind of spot, then it's starting to look better, a little bit better for those guys. Other, Another obscure injury. Tennessee third receiver Josh Reynolds came over from the Rams, free agent contract, whatever. Apparently he's hurt and not practicing very well or much or whatever. So he has a questionable tag attached to him going into tomorrow morning. So we will know 90 minutes before kickoff if he is playing or not. If he is not playing tonight, now this is some next level thinking. That game is going to be heavily targeted for tournaments and stacks. Apparently, it is very popular from what I'm gathering from the word on the street. And yeah, so you got how do you get different? How do you make the right play? I don't know, man. I don't like that game as much as everybody else does. I think it's going to be slow. It might finish out big, but I think that's going to be a slow game. I think it's going to give a lot of people a lot of anxiety because they love everything about that game. And I don't know. I've seen a lot of Tennessee games over the years, and anyway, it's going to be hot there. So anyway, another consideration. Uh, haven't many people even talking about it. It's like weather. Okay, bunch of dome games, cool. Domes are cool. You always want to target shit in domes. Sometimes that makes your coin flip for you. But looking at the only thing that really stands out on weather this week is that it's probably going to rain in Pittsburgh. So, or excuse me, scratch that. It's probably going to rain in Buffalo, playing against Pittsburgh in that game. So apparently Stefon Diggs is going to be super popular. Apparently he projects well in some sort of algorithm that a nerd made. Uh, yeah. So I don't know, not liking Stefon Diggs as much right now. A bunch of receivers in that zone pricing on DK. So I'm still sticking with DK Metcalf. I'm just going to take the dome dude. That apparently is less popular than I originally anticipated. So I'll take that. I'll take a discount on ownership on DK if everybody else is going to be targeting that Tennessee game. I'll gladly go into the dome and take DK Metcalf. So if I can get extra different that way by not even doing anything, that helps my cause. Um, any other thoughts on that? Other than that, Sam Darnold is now really starting to make the list of guys that might make the cut at quarterback. He's definitely probably going to be one of my alternate pivot lineup plays. I have conceded I will be playing three lineups just to see how the sauce turns out. And Yeah, Sam Darnold. Yeah, I know, gross. But uh, once again, weather. I was looking at weather outside the dome teams. Sam Darnold, Carolina's got the best weather out of the bunch. It's going to be very calm. Humidity will be low for that time of year. It's going to be a little warm, but it's going to be pleasantly warm from what I gather. Like I said, not breezy, and lower end. Just the air density a little bit lower. I don't know. I see really good conditions for that game, and nobody's going to be on all those guys. That most of those guys are going to, except for maybe like McCaffrey. Ownership in that game is just going to be all over the place, probably 10% or lower. So it's, I don't know. Starting to like Sam Darnold as a definite pivot quarterback this week. If I like DK Metcalf so much, I'm probably just going to have to go with Russ. I'll be different there. Nobody's going to play Russ this week, apparently. Everybody loves Kyler Murray and Tannehill and Jalen Hurts, and as they should. They're good quarterbacks. They're going to probably have pretty big games. Um, yeah, so that's how it's kind of shaping up right there. Make sure you're checking depth charts. How you're going to be different. Who knows? It's probably everything's so random this week. It is going to be pretty easy to be at least fairly different. Um, if you really want to be different, play a wide receiver between 5 and 4,000, and you'll find yourself getting different real quick. Nobody's playing these guys this week. Everybody's playing the sub 4K and top tier dudes. That's how these rosters or these lineups are going to be made, especially if you're tournaments. Obviously, if these are stacking, I'll be stacking. Am I doing the stack back run back thing? You start thinking it that way. Now all of a sudden the slate looks a lot different, and you realize that there's more plays out there than possibly you realized. And I'm going to let all these guys chase these trash receivers I've never really heard of. Of course I've heard of a lot of them, but I'm not excited about it. If they have good games, they're good games. But how good a game are they really going to have? I don't know, man. I'll let them chase some of this trash. Still liking Marvin Jones Jr. His pedigree really kind of at 3,600. His pedigree's solid, so I think he's making the cut this week. Tight end. The Sam Darnold thing was like, and Darnold. I heard some stupid shit like that earlier in the preseason. It's like, God damn it, I don't really. But it might be legit at 2,600. I think Dan Arnold can definitely get there for Carolina. And McCaffrey's going to be in my lineup this week. So getting weird. You're matching up tight ends with running backs. Not a lot of people do that. Despite a lot of people probably, McCaffrey will be popular. Probably be around 30% in big field tournaments and shit. So probably pretty high in single entry tournaments. Will probably be pretty high. But so now it's just a scout now for who's going to be that third quarterback and how I'm going to turn the early lineup into an all-day slate, main slate. Probably just going to make it easy. Just swap out for Patrick Mahomes and for Miko Hartman. People are going to love that game, as they should. That should be a pretty good game. There should be some points in there. There should be some action. It is going to be hot in Kansas City, so take that for what you will. It's going to be hot, like Midwest hot. So who knows? We'll see how they come out. Those are kind of my thoughts for right now, going in 24 hours to contest. This is when the process really starts to take off. So see how it goes. Later.